The defects and faults of the mind are like wounds in the body. After all imaginable care has been taken to heal them up, still, there will be a scar left behind. French writer François La Rochefoucauld.
It has been said time heals all wounds. I do not agree. The wounds remain. In time, the mind, protecting its sanity, covers them with scar tissue and the pain lessens. But it is never gone. Rose Kennedy.
Theologian Dietrich Bonhoeffer said, "The test of the morality of a society is what it does for its children." Mark Twain wrote, "Of all the animals, man is the only one that is cruel. He is the only one that inflicts pain for the pleasure of doing it."
Philosopher Khalil Gibran wrote, "Out of suffering have emerged the strongest souls. The most massive characters are seared with scars." Man is least himself when he talks in his own person. Give him a mask, and he will tell you the truth. Oscar Wilde. The basis of shame is not some personal mistake of ours, but that this humiliation is seen by everyone. Milan Kundera.
Helen Keller once said, "Although the world is full of suffering, it is also full of overcoming it."
Plato wrote, "We can easily forgive a child who's afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light."
Legendary basketball coach John Wooden said, "It's not so important who starts the game, but who finishes it." The ultimate choice for a man, inasmuch as he is given to transcend himself, is to create or destroy, to love or to hate. Eric Fromm.
Robespierre wrote, "Crime butchers innocence to secure a prize, and innocence struggles with all its might against the attempts of crime." Elbert Hubbard once wrote, "If men could only know each other, they would neither idolize nor hate."
Mahatma Gandhi once said, "Remember that all through history there have been tyrants and murderers, and for a time they seemed invincible. But in the end, they always fall. Always."
Dale Turner mused, "Some of the best lessons are learned from past mistakes. The error of the past is the wisdom of the future." Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "In order to learn the important lessons in life, one must each day surmount a fear."
T.S. Eliot wrote, "Between the idea and the reality, between the motion and the act, falls the shadow." T.S. Eliot wrote, "Between the desire and the spasm, between the potency and the existence, between the essence and the descent, falls the shadow. This is the way the world ends."
All secrets are deep. All secrets become dark. That's in the nature of secrets. Writer, Cory Doctorow.
Aristotle said, "Evil brings men together." Condemned murderer Perry Smith said of his victims, the Clutter family, "I didn't have anything against them, and they never did anything wrong to me, the way other people have all my life. Maybe they're just the ones who have to pay for it."
"There is not a righteous man on earth who does what is right and never sins." Ecclesiastes 7:20.
From the deepest desires often come the deadliest hate. Socrates.
"The life of the dead is placed in the memory of the living." Cicero.
Our life is made by the death of others. Leonardo da Vinci.
If there must be trouble, let it be in my day, that my child may have peace. Thomas Paine.
Robert Kennedy once said, "Tragedy is a tool for the living to gain wisdom, not a guide by which to live."
The torture of a bad conscience is the hell of a living soul. John Calvin. Gandhi said, "Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever."
An old Russian proverb reminds us, there can be no good without evil. Happy families are all alike. Every unhappy family is unhappy in its own way. Leo Tolstoy.
One man's wilderness is another man's theme park. Author unknown.
British historian James Anthony Froude once said, "Wild animals never kill for sport. Man is the only one to whom the torture and death of his fellow creatures is amusing in itself."
Of all the preposterous assumptions of humanity, nothing exceeds the criticisms made of the habits of the poor by the well-housed, well-warmed, and well-fed. Herman Melville. Nothing is permanent in this wicked world, not even our troubles. Charles Chaplin.
I choose my friends for their good looks, my acquaintances for their good characters, my enemies for their good intellects. Oscar Wilde.